Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alrighty, it's been a great week for DCS this week. They've probably issued, I want to say, 3 or 4 updates to the open beta. And one of the things they did, Heatblur made a pretty substantial update to the Viggen. And they made an announcement stating that they're really close to being done preparing for final release. And what they did in anticipation of that was they released another free campaign. So the Mjolnir response is the first one that came with it. Now they have the Wrath of Thunder, which is another campaign that takes place after the Mjolnir response, which is pretty cool of them. In addition to that, they bought the rights to the Red Flag campaign, which is this guy, 16-2 Red Flag campaign. And you can't buy it now. I can click buy, it doesn't do anything. The price is gone. They're going to give this away somehow to everybody that owns the Viggen as well. So that's a lot of content, man, and that's pretty cool. So I wanted to do an overview of the AJS-37 and the current state that it's in. So here we go. So if you own the default map, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 missions to work with in instant action. Nevada, they only give you cold start. I'm a little disappointed about that, but that Red Flag campaign is a free campaign that takes place over Nevada, so you do need Nevada to take advantage of that. The Normandy map has the Harbor Strike mission, and I've covered this before, but 2 things have happened this week. They've made some graphical updates to the Viggen, I think in the afterburner effects and some minor tweaks in the cockpit, and I think even the external textures, because to me it looks a lot nicer. However, the guys who did the Normandy map also updated the Normandy map. So to play this mission, let me go back a little bit. To play this mission, you are required to have the Normandy map and the World War II assets package. That's the only bummer. I had this map for the longest time and just the I had this mission available after I bought the Normandy map for the longest time before I bought the World War II assets pack, and it never would play for me. It kept erroring out saying you don't own the World War II assets pack, and that's because a lot of the objects that are up ahead are part of the World War II assets pack. Let's take a look at this beauty. Nice thing is kick the afterburner in now and it really lights up. I'm pretty sure that is one of the things that they tweaked. And then externally, it's a beauty, as it always was. Very cool detail. So I believe this is the high drag bombs that I have loaded right now. And like I said, I've done this mission before. If you're a subscriber to the channel, I'm sure you've seen this, but I think it looks a lot better because they've kind of tweaked the hell out of the Normandy map, and a lot of the textures even look different and more detailed now than they ever did, which is rather nice. Also, the trees and how the trees are rendered, I believe I was reading they had changed. The palette for the trees has changed, so the trees don't look like these little lime sticks of lime colored 2D sprites until you get up on them, which is how they looked before. So let's zoom in a little bit. Let's bring up our queue and let's have some fun. Drop, 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 drop. And let's see what we can do. Boom, 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 boom. And look at the map. Look at the surroundings. It no longer looks like, you know, something drawn with crayons and, you know, or European Air War from like 1998. It no longer has that kind of look to it, which is rather nice. And there's more variation, I think, in the ground textures, those patches. They've added some more yellows and some darker parts to it to give it more variation. Pretty cool stuff. So as we look down below, there's definitely like depth to some of the texture. And again, the trees are dark now. They're a different color. They don't look all lime, which, you know, looked kind of weird to begin with. And I think the map overall looks a lot nicer than what it did. The trees at altitude look a little weird in terms of the patches and stuff, but when you're in a helicopter down low, it looks magnificent, I think. So definitely did a good job of this. And again, the Viggen is just insane, man. You get in here, and these high drag bombs are so much fun. You just basically haul ass in here and light them up and then get the hell out. Might come down out of burn. That should leave a mark. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. I like explosions, and this thing makes some really nice explosions. So this whole area, I think, looks way better than what it did. So that's the Viggen over the Normandy map. If we go to Persian Gulf, you got a nice variety here of cool things. Beggar's Canyon's a mission I've done before. This one takes a while, so I'm not going to do it, but this is another one where you like fly forever and avoiding... Well, let me show you. I'm not going to fly all the way to the waypoint because it takes forever. I mean, I could accelerate time, but then I'll probably run into the ground because I'm flying so low and it'll move so quick, you know what I mean? But there's like this oil field or something with factories and oil tanks on it that you need to take out. This thing right here. But it's a beautiful mission. I love this. Like, I don't know if this is a sunrise. I think it's a sunrise is what it looks like. Pretty cool. Very nice detail. Basically, this is, you know, you stick to your waypoints. And a nice thing is, well, I guess I could go over this real quick in this mission. It would be a good example. So, the HUD in the Viggen is kind of weird, but kind of cool. See these little lines? They almost funnel you in the proper direction that you need to go. So this is basically your waypoint indicator. And it's also backed up by, if you look down here, there's that yellow marker. So if I pull away, it moves. And then notice how the ladders are off to the right now until I line it up again. There we go. So it's kind of cool. It just makes sense, I guess, to me at least. Takes a little getting used to from the you know, conventional HUD symbology that we're used to from like the U.S. NATO aircraft, you know, like F-15s, F-18s, F-16s, Tomcats. But I like it. And then that's my altitude there on the top left. What I don't see, though, is airspeed. But I don't usually pay attention to airspeed. I just go, you know. And then if you go too low, if you go below 100 feet, your waypoint markers disappear. Not sure why that is. Let's see, once I hit 100, it comes back. Once I go below 100, it goes away. And maybe that is because, you know what, there's something in here. There's a button you can press to set something, and I bet you that's what I can set to where that goes away. That kind of gives you an indicator that you're too low. Pretty sure that's what that is. I haven't learned everything in the Viggen. I'll be honest with you. I've pretty much flown these, like, you know, 5 or 6 missions because they're just fun. And I tend to do things that are fun, not things that are super challenging, because, you know, I own so many modules in DCS. See, look, my waypoint changed now, so it's a little to the right now. So these crazy bombs are ready to go too. I'm Also loaded with a couple sidewinders. This thing does have the ability to do some limited short-range air-to-air. And I believe these are sidewinders. There's a slightly different name for them. I think it's a Swedish thing too. But this is called Beggar's Canyon, and basically you stay low and you go in fast and you just avoid being detected by the air defense systems. And then you get to your target, which is like a oil field kind of base, and it blows up rather nice and explodes very cool. See, I'm too low again. My indicators went away. But you want to just stay right around 100. That seems to be safe. But this is avoiding everything, and it's pretty cool. And you just haul ass in here, and you get to the target. And you drop those cool bombs that you used in the Harbor Strike mission. Let's see, what else is there? I don't like their free flight mission. It makes me mad because you got to start on the ground. And I'm not so good at starting on the ground. And then there's this one, which is always a favorite. The old beach party interdiction. So this is on the Persian Gulf map. That's pretty cool. And you got rockets armed. There we go. That's Sidewinder. Now I have rockets ready to go. And you zip in here, and there's a bunch of air-to-ground targets to nail. These guys come in and drop the bombs. You've got the rockets, and it's pretty cool. And again, I'm sure you've seen this one because I've done videos on it before, but we are doing an overview, so you're going to see it again. Turn these labels off and not drop into the water. This is a hard plane to get trimmed just right too. One of the other cool things about this is it has a pretty cool air-to-ground radar, and I haven't really dug into that yet. I've had this module for probably 6 months or more, but that's what happens when you own all these different modules and you just find something you like about one and you just stick with doing that. Kind of where I'm at with this. There's also a ton of other tweaks and fixes that they've added to the Viggen this week as well. You have to look at the changelog to see them all. Excuse me. I'm not going to read them all off because that would get boring real quick. But what is it, the winter sale now? They had a fall sale, they had a Thanksgiving sale, I don't know. They just make up names for the month, I guess. But they had a sale in October, they had a sale in November, and they've had a sale in now December. And the Viggen is only, I think, $29 on sale. Well worth the price of admission if you're looking for a plane that's fun to do air-to-ground stuff. And this thing even has Mavericks and a couple other weird air-to-ground missiles too that I never figured out how to properly deploy. Catch up to these guys now. They're on approach to drop some pretty cool bombs. Let's see the devastation these guys pull off up ahead. It's pretty neat. So our target up ahead is that little island with all the stuff on it. I'm going to pull back and let these guys run in. Let them hit them first and get their attention. Come on, guys. Get ahead of me. Get there. That's going to leave a mark. Just crazy devastation with the rockets in this thing. Look at what they did back there. That's going to leave a mark for sure. Water looks rather nice. Just don't pull it too hard. I'll choke the damn engine out and things will get ugly. That's going to do some more damage. My boys took some damage, so they basically hit their targets and they are flying the hell home. And that's pretty much how this thing works, is you just come in here super fast, do your thing, and get the hell out. Hey, there's an MI-8. There's two of those floating around here somewhere. Let's see if I can get a lock on him. Oh, damn, it missed. He spoofed it, man. Check that out. Those MI-8s got tons of countermeasures, though. They're really a bitch to hit. And I was close, too. But it does have some limited air-to-air capabilities to protect itself, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So, we've covered the instant action. Let's look at missions that we get with the AJS-37. Not a lot. Attack a camp, cold on the ground, dogfight, find the ship, hunting the hunters, interdiction, Moscow takedown, Mozdok attacked, 2 apps, embargo. What is dogfight? I usually also avoid the ones. The reason I haven't played much of the campaign at all is because they want you to start on the ground, and I hate doing that. Also, I want to say that the shortcut to do the startup procedure wasn't working in it. Or I didn't get the proper one. Maybe it's different. Oh yeah, I'm going to dogfight an F5. Let's see how this works out. Need to get behind him better. I'm gonna lose my energy at some point here. Oh man, you kidding me? It's an RB-74. I'm gonna run into him before I hit him with a Sidewinder. Yeah, I'm terrible at air-to-air in this, or this thing is just really hard to hit somebody with a Sidewinder in. Oh, one actually made contact. Imagine that. Alrighty. Yeah. So it can do air-to-air, but it's kind of weird how it's got a lock on, and it's probably a shitty Sidewinder too. And then training, not a fan. I've done some of these and they just, I don't know. Some training missions are really good, some training missions are bad, and I was running through this one and it was one of those ones where it gets stuck when you're trying to do it. The thing doesn't go away that's highlighting. It says press this, and you go to click it and it wasn't clicking and it kept clicking something else. But they have them. So there's rocket pods, there's an anti-ship missile, there's the RB-05A air-to-ground missile. I think this is like their version of a Maverick. The high drag mode bombs and CCIP, and then the cluster munitions dispenser. Take a look at it. Just not a fan of training missions in general in DCS. They're usually a disappointment. Let's see what this guy has to say. I usually just go watch a Grim Reaper's video or something. Or Red Kite. Okay, I've read all that. Are they going to talk and let me do like spacebar to go to the next part, or what? Yeah, this is why I'm not a fan of training missions. How long is that going to sit on the screen before it goes to the next point?
First target is a waypoint M1. Approach a target and try to maintain an airspeed over marker point 5 to give the weapon sufficient command energy and range. Maintain an altitude between 50 and 500 meters in GL. You may want to use attitude or altitude hold while setting up the system.
Okay. Yeah, not a fan. But that pretty much covers it. Instant action, the missions you get, the campaign, its capabilities. Like I said, it's limited air-to-air. It can do some stuff. It's got some, RB-74 for their version of a Sidewinder missile. Variety of, different cool bombs and air-to-ground things to do. And it's super fast. It's said in that last training mission that you're at, 0.85 Mach. That's pretty fast to do a bomb run. So pretty cool stuff, and it's on sale for $29.99 right now, which is half off, and it's a quality Heatblur product, which is definitely worth supporting. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and until next time.